I fell in love with motorsport at a young age. I loved the look of the cars, the sound of the cars. And here was the voice of the cars, the timeless soundtrack of Formula One.
And the Monaco Grand Prix is...
Murray Walker.
Go, go, go! Ding dong, are we going to see a race now? And take that, oh my goodness, the British crowd, freak racks, they're marvellous at this.
Murray didn't caress our sport. He was not a crooner at the microphone. He came at it hard, at speed. His name was Walker, but he ran at full throttle.
And it happened immediately! This is amazing! Oh, this is quite appalling. This is the worst start for a Grand Prix that I have ever seen in the whole of my life. He's going to have it out with David Coulthard.
But within the volume of sound, there was always affection. Murray and James. How did that ever work?
Series up to third.
To say that James and I were different is a masterpiece of understatement, but somehow it seemed to work.
Look at that! And colossally, that's Mansell!
What an absolute tragedy for Mansell.
And Damon Hill wins the Japanese Grand Prix. And I've got to stop because I've got a lump in my throat.
Murray was detached, up there in his commentary position, standing still while we moved. Well, sort of standing still, but he was family. And when the family lives dangerously, the bonds are tight.
I was driving along and I could hear you in my head. I was...
No, not detached at all. As moved as everyone in the family on the sad days. The voice of our sport then too.
I was having to walk the tightrope between, don't worry folks, I'm sure he's all right, and on the other hand, oh my God, this is terrible, I fear it's terminal. But somehow you find the words.
He knew all about the destructive power of machines. In the war, he ended up as a captain, in command of a Sherman tank. He also knew about the power of words. Murray, the advertising executive.
Did you come up with slogans for brands?
Opal fruits are made to
Make your mouth water.
right.
But always, always steeped in motorsport. This was a world he knew inside out. From being a toddler, the youngest apprentice mechanic next to his father, up to their elbows in engine oil,
I've often wondered what would have happened to me if my father had been a plumber.
to the full-grown master of his craft. This was his stage, and he was showbiz. Murray the entertainer. He made the family laugh. The Murrayisms.
Michael Schumacher is extending his lead over Michael Schumacher.
Well, there's no damage to the car there except to the car itself.
Jenson Button in the top 10 is in 11th position as they exit turn 5 on this 13-turn corner. When I say stop, I mean with the car stationary.
And because it was Murray, there was nothing but affection.
You've got an enormous bump on your head. Can you let me see it? Right up there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Bernie, it's some 17 years since you bought McLaren. You've had some good times and you've had some bad times. What do you remember best?
I don't remember buying McLaren.
You drove a long, fast race, Murray. The checkered flag at the grand age of 97. But you will live on, because you were simply out there in front. The only place to be in the sport you loved, and that loved you too. Drive on, foot to the floor. You, the one and only, Murray Walker.